Just describe what we are seeing now.
Becky, yeah, well, let me tell you what you're seeing. This Israeli jeep fires multiple rounds of tear gas. It's moved forward. It's been, rocks are raining down around it. The troops are now getting back, or rather get back into the vehicle. I just heard what sounded like live fire, multiple live fire. And anyway, these rocks are just pouring down around, and I think any moment now it's going to fire with the tear gas. And as I was saying in the previous live shot, this has been a day of intense clashes across the West Bank. There's rocks coming all down around us. Watch your head. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy scene here, Becky. There's tear gas right across the street has landed. Our producer, Karim, just got hit on the head with a rock, but fortunately he's wearing his helmet. I'm going to put a helmet on Richard to keep his dear head safe. So yes, this is the scene. Let's move a little bit out just to get a look. So the Israeli jeep is right there, and there are rocks going in the direction of the Israelis. The Israelis are firing back with tear gas. And yeah, it still hasn't fired its barrage of tear gas. But yes, okay, Becky, if you have a question, ask away.
Ben, I'm just going to stay on these images for a moment. As you and I discuss, as we have been doing now over the past 48 hours, your experience of scenes, perhaps not necessarily like this, but your experience of these hostilities and your concerns about where this goes from here.
This is sort of the curse of this holy land, so to speak. That generation after generation is destined to fight one another until this problem is someday resolved. And what we've seen going back to 1993 with the Oslo Accords, which was an attempt brokered by the United States to resolve this conflict. After a few years, it fell apart. And since then, basically since the second Palestinian Intifada that broke out in September of 2000, it has been this. There has been violence, there has been death on both sides, massive destruction. There have been some half-hearted attempts to resolve the issue, but essentially it goes on and on and on. And certainly when you speak to people my age on both sides, there's a certain weariness that their children have had to live through this, and their grandchildren probably will. And so it's depressing that somehow this problem cannot be resolved. I mean, the reasons for that are many, and I don't think we have enough time to get into them. But this is reality.